Hey, how's it going, farm family? This is Nico,
And Natalie.
and we also have baby Pharaoh here with us. Say hi.
You say hi? He's like, who do I say hi to?
Right. So, y'all, welcome back to our channel. We are a homestead channel known as Our Brown Farmhouse, aka the Brown Family Farm. And this is an abnormal video for us because normally we're sharing just our life on the homestead or the happenings of our life. And I guess from that perspective, this video is on par with what we would normally upload. But what are we going to be sharing today, Mama?
An update on baby Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Yeah. Look at So, y'all, we haven't really been putting Pharaoh or not even Sahara in many videos recently. And we've been alluding that we have a lot going on in life personally, and a lot of those things have impacted our upload schedule.
Yeah.
Of course, we both work off of the homestead as well. So life is lifing right now. And one of the biggest things that's happening in life right now is we're getting close to the point that I think Natalie and I have been dreading since Pharaoh was born. So before we dive into the update portion of this video, let's take a flashback back to when baby Pharaoh was born and bring you up to speed so you'll understand the update. All the tests that you may be familiar with, like of course they're going to do a physical and essentially a full body check. They're going to check their hearing. Some hospitals check eyesight. This one doesn't really do that. There's certain, everything that they're going to do with the baby, he's passed all of those things, which is amazing news, except for one thing. And what's that?
The heart one. So we have a little picture that Nico probably insert to kind of explain what it is, but he has more. He went the first time, he felt it. Then he went the second time, he felt it. So they took him this morning at 6 and brought him back at noon. And then we were like, when is he coming back? Because naturally,
he was gone for like 5 hours or
no, 6 hours.
6 hours, yeah.
But luckily they did come in and inform us like, hey, we're doing this. Let us know when they're doing the ultrasound to look at the echoes of his heart. But then we're waiting for the cardiologist to look at it and then get back to us with the report. So basically, at the bottom 2 chambers of his heart is fine, but then the top, he doesn't have. Nico's gonna put the official name in there because I don't know off the top of my head, I can't say it. To separate, so it's like red and like blue blood, and it's all going into one when it shouldn't be. But so far, it's not impacting his abilities. Just in the future, we have to keep an eye on it. We'll go from there. But
yeah. So yeah, without a doubt, it's probably been on the screen this whole time, but going to insert an image of what Dr. V, that's what we'll call him, drew for us and explained to us. He did an amazing job. And that's one of the reasons why we were excited to come to this hospital, because they have the facilities and they have the staff to help out, especially in situations like this. So when we think about, and here he is right here getting mad, when we think about little baby Pharaoh with his heart condition, he definitely is going to need an open heart surgery.
well, welcome back, and now we'll just give you an update as to where we are currently. And one of the things we've been doing, we've had a lot of appointments, so meeting with his pediatrician, his cardiologist. At one point, we had an endocrinologist. That was something new that we had never really even thought about, to be honest. And the next step for him, we went and met with his cardiologist, and it was confirmed that we'll be doing his open heart surgery before he turns 1. We were really optimistic that it would be like a little bit later once he gets bigger, but nope, we're gonna be doing it a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part. Like, it was even hard for us to even talk about on camera, which I think is why we've taken a while to kind of like, I won't even say like come to terms with it, because I don't know that we can at this point, but just to kind of be able to, I won't say even be more comfortable, but get in a better space to talk about it out loud. But one of the steps that we have to do first before we meet with the surgeon team is for him to do a 3D echo. So we're gonna do that on March the 12th, where we have to like make sure he finishes breastfeeding by 4 a.m. He can have apple juice, water, and Pedialyte until 6 a.m. And then we get there around 8, and they'll sedate him to do that. And then after we do that portion, then we'll meet with the surgeon team. And right now the tentative date is the 2nd week of April. So yeah.
So essentially, baby Pharaoh was born with a congenital heart defect, or a CHD. And we've had a lot of optimism over this past year that maybe, you know, some miracle would happen. And definitely, you know, that comes from our faith that would allow for some healing to take place. But, you know, his doctor was very straightforward at one of those appointments that, you know, this isn't something that will just grow back. And we have to, like, I think he was just trying to, I think he could tell that we had a lot of optimism, and we're just praying for a natural solution.
Yeah, we're like hoping we walked into one of those appointments and then it'll be like, oh, he's okay now. You don't have to worry about the open heart surgery.
Yeah, but you know, the doctor let us know about 4 or 5 months ago that it wasn't going to be a thing, and here we are making this video because it hasn't been a thing. So with his heart defect, so essentially when he was born, as you saw in the flashback, he failed his CCHD screening, which is what began all the tests. And after they did all of the tests, and even during that time, he was only like not even a day old, they did an echo. And that's when they discovered that he has a partial AV canal. And I'll place the image back up on the screen, but the flashback explained what all of that was. And they also have been testing him all along for what?
Hypothyroidism.
Hypothyroidism. So that's something that is still on the radar, although the last round of tests were positive. So
like all his levels were where they need to be, because we went to one appointment and they were really abnormal. So then we had to go meet with the endocrinologist, and he's like showing good signs with his development. Like even how he's watching dad.
Yeah, he's doing everything but growing.
Yeah,
which is part of his, which is like a symptom, not a symptom, but like an effect of his heart defect. You know, it can affect his appetite, his growth. He sweats a lot, things like that. Like
yeah, it's like his body's constantly in a workout. So when he sleeps, y'all, it's like
he doesn't gain weight.
He's just working out. So he wakes up and he gets really hungry, way more than when the girls. But it's like he's working out.
Yeah. Like case in point. Come here, baby. So case in point, this is baby Pharaoh, y'all. He's 10 months old.
In a 3 to 6 month.
He's 10 months old right now, and he's wearing a 3 to 6 month very comfortably. So his growth has been impacted by this, and the doctors are optimistic that after this surgery, you know, we should see his growth stabilize. But this is the impact it's having on him, and this is the reason why we were hoping that we wouldn't have to do this until closer to his 2nd birthday.
Yeah.
But
well, he wants to stay.
But due to his growth and what the doctors are seeing, you know, we they're moving it up to before we can even celebrate his 1st birthday, which is on April 15th. So it took us a long time to even make this type of video, just because it's hard to talk about without getting emotional. And, you know,
Yeah.
his sisters, I don't even think they truly even know or understand, and I don't even know how to navigate that conversation. I'm pretty sure Natalie doesn't either. And even when we're in the hospital, like, we're gonna have to figure something out. I don't know. That's gonna be very challenging, and I'm even trying right now not to get emotional just because, you know, it concerns me. Um, Especially when doctors are using terms like fragile, because he's a fragile child, he's a fragile baby, but it just makes things challenging.
Yeah, like a couple weeks ago, we put him in daycare, and he was in daycare for just 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And
not even a full 2 weeks.
he ended up getting sick, and the first thing that we were told was to pull him out, like have him essentially isolated, especially for the next month before the procedure. He has to be symptoms free, so he has to be, you know, well. And it was right when we found out that he had RSV. So we've been very blessed and fortunate because between our schedules and the Nana schedules, we've been able to keep him home. So he hasn't gone back to daycare, but his daycare is so supportive, and they miss him. And they talk about how he's always like this, like such a chill baby. Yeah, he's like, what you?
Yeah. Our goal is to record all of this process, and you know that, like, we started this for family and friends, so that's why we're making the videos. And even one day he could go back and watch the videos as well, just to see, like, you know, what he's been through and how he triumphed, and just something for him to go back and look at. So our goal is to, you know, record this process from start to finish. And that's what we've been doing. We started this channel for family and friends, and that's grown into more than just family and friends watching the videos. And many of you have been here for almost the whole time as part of our extended social media family, the Brown Brigade, as some of you said would be a cool name for y'all. So the only reason I bring this up is because we're a family channel. We're a very positive channel. We like to have fun. We also show the reality. And, you know, remember that we're doing this for us, for memories. And, you know, some of the videos we may even make and just put them as private and not even actually post them so that we can still see them. But some we will decide to post. And one thing I would like to point out is just remember, you decide whether or not you click on a video or not. So, you know, our goal is that if there's another parent out there that's going through something similar now or in the future, that they can watch our series on everything that we have done with and for baby Pharaoh, and maybe it helps out another family going through something similar in the future. So be nice in the comments, because we're not going to turn our comments off. So whatever you put down in the comments as we go through this series is going to be there for people to see and read next week, a year from now, 10 years from now, however long these videos are up. So just take that into consideration, because if you go look at our videos before this, we're a family channel, this is what we do. So we're not posting any of this type of content to profit off of our child or any of our other children. You know, 100 people could see this video. In this series, 1,000 people could see it or more. And we're not doing it for any of that. We're doing it for us and our family, and for him to be able to see in the future his journey. So if you have nothing nice to say, then don't say it. And if you're part of the Brown Brigade, where there's this video or a future video in this series, as we go through, you know, some of the testing, meeting with doctors, the actual open heart surgery itself, if you see mean comments, you know, when people go low, just go high. I believe that's the saying, right? So that's like the only time I plan on putting that, like, in one of these videos. I just know how humans are, man. People have opinions, and people are gonna, you know, give them unsolicited. So But we know if you've been rocking with us for our journey, 9 times out of 10, you're supporting us documenting this, and this is hard for us.
Yeah.
And you know, I almost started crying, but we made it through, I think. So we're gonna go get baby Pharaoh to bed, go check in on Egypt and Sahara, his sisters, and you know, we'll update y'all accordingly, you know, as we get closer to, you know, what's the test called coming up?
His 3D echo.
3D echo on March 12th, 2024. And then the actual open heart surgery itself, April week 2 as of now. So that's our update. Please keep our family in your prayers.
Yeah, thank you to everyone who has been, and we've been getting like emails and messages of words of encouragement, but I'm so optimistic. I'm like, maybe we'll go and they'll be like, hey, we don't even, you know, I don't know, something, but yeah.
So keep Pharaoh Memphis Brown in your prayers, please. We need all the prayer warriors, and you know, Natalie and I are trying our hardest to be strong, but this has been really tough, and I'm not an emotional person, so it's really been hard for me to navigate this. It's been really hard. So, you know, just all the prayer warriors, we really could use you right now, and we'll update y'all accordingly. All right, y'all. Peace.
Say bye-bye.
Say bye.
Wait? You gonna wait?
So, Natalie, what just happened?
We're about to film, and Pharaoh threw up his banana, and I don't know what else is on me, but something chicken, perhaps. Look at him. It came up, Pop? You threw up?
Why do you think he threw up?
Because he ate with Nana, but then when he sees me, he thinks food. And here we are. Yeah. So, yeah. It's everywhere. It's gross. So gross.
It's like projectile, huh? Didn't he go in your mouth?
No, how would you say that?
Because I know you would have thrown up. I already knew the answer.
Yeah.
Pharaoh. Now, we're documenting this to have it. Now, let me ask you something, son. How many times did you recall your dad saying to mama, he's full, he's eating a lot, stop feeding him?
Babe.
How many times, son?
It may say son. How many times, son? Like you can't answer him.
A lot. Tell mama, say sorry.
I'm sorry, Pop. He's
All
so
right.
tired.